Hello. Some of you may have watched my first video of how to sound like this charming man, or Johnny Marr in general. I'm going to try and update it for you a little bit and sound a bit like Johnny Marr and sound exactly like him. I can't play anything like him, as nobody can really. I've updated my guitar, so some of you might be able to see the case in the background already. This is actually my third Johnny Marr Jag. Got Lake Placid Blue this time. First one I got was Olympic White. I actually pre-ordered the first one in 2014. And it was a great guitar, really versatile. I'm sure there's plenty of videos on YouTube of how all these little bits and pieces work. Lake Placid Blue is my favourite colour. You'll probably see in some more videos I've got a Lake Placid Blue Strat that I've had painted over the top, and I've also got a project that I'm working on, which is not quite Lake Placid Blue, it's Pen and Blue. This is my Supernova project that I'm working on, but I shouldn't really show that headstock because it's not actually a Gibson. This is going to get you pretty close, but a Jag, a Telly, a Strat, any sort of a Rickenbacker obviously, any sort of Fender-y sounding guitar, I think can get you within the ballpark. The next thing really is signature sounds, a Fender-y amp. Pedals wise, reverb and chorus are like a must, like absolute must. Obviously I'll show you mine. So a little brief overview through my pedals. Obviously tuner, nice and easy. Got the Keeley compressor. It's actually set on humbucker even though it's a single coil, probably mainly because I use that. Well, it's pretty much an always on pedal. Keep my tone pretty much bang in the middle so it doesn't affect it too much, although if I'm changing guitars, sometimes I twiddle with that because I go from a humbucker to a single coil guitar. That again, which is a 6-band MXR EQ, I use that to change between guitars. So quite often I'll start on my set with a Les Paul, and then when I change to the Jag, it's a lot quieter. It's got a lot lower output pickups. So I've also got the MXR Distortion Plus, which you'll definitely see in use in another video, as you can hear it there, even though I'm muted. It makes a big noise when it comes on. JXS Bonsai. Didn't use that today. Tend to use this a lot, which is the TC Electronics Spark Boost. It's not always on, but it's a really good pedal for a clean boost. I use that as like a little transparent booster. Obviously you've got the toggle switch here as well, which can go from clean, fat and mid. I have it on clean most of the time, and then again try not to boost too much anything else. Again, depending on what guitar I use, if I'm using the Jag, I might just bring that bass up just a little touch. The amp detonator, again I use 2 amps when I'm gigging live, as I've mentioned, so that's just plugged into one today. Chorus, I'll show you the chorus settings as well. The CH1, obviously there are better pedals out there, but this one's pretty good. And then the Strymon, the Blue Sky, got little marks on there for what I use it for most of the time. And then the Big Daddy, the Flashbacks 4. I've no idea what setting it's on. Probably like a little, just like a little vintage sounding one, but they are the actual settings because I've had to twiddle them all. So delay time, feedback and bits and pieces like that. Nice. I'll take you through roughly how I've got the guitar set up, which is, I actually really like it on the middle pickup. I know everyone bangs on about the fact that Johnny Marr plays everything on the bridge. I think it's a little bit too shrill, and I think it just sounds a little bit sweeter. Yes, if I was in a Smith's covers band, I'd probably play it on the bridge pickup. I'll play a couple of riffs in the middle position, and then I'll play them again on the bridge position. You can make your own mind up. Just leave a comment, like tell me what you think sounds better. Tell me if you think it sounds more authentic. I'll cut in some clips of my pedal board, but essentially I've got a bit of compression, a little bit of drive. I've turned my EQ off on this one just because I've got it set up for my gig situation, so I have to actually turn it off. Chorus, a bit of delay, and I turn the delay, the repeats down, so you'll hear a couple of repeats, but they're there. I'm going to turn this reverb back up a little bit actually, so that's a little bit better. So I've got spring rate reverb on there. The Johnny Marr kind of sound is, to me, just this, like that chorusy sound coming through. So obviously, if it's like this charming man, like, you can hear that chime. I'll play it for you on the bridge pickup. To me, it's a little bit too shrill. Again, middle position. I prefer it. I think it's a little bit sweeter. Again, possibly cutting through the mix, like when you're playing live, that bridge position, that bridge pickup's going to sound wet, like fully on it. The humbucker position is great as well. I'll play that riff for you on that. But yeah, this, for me, this sound, this setup gets you so close to loads of Johnny Marr songs, well, the Smith songs. I mean, I'm sacrilege really, I'm calling this like a Johnny Marr video, and I'm not really talking too much about his newer stuff. Haven't sat down and learned a lot of that stuff, but the Smith stuff I have, kind of. But you've got all that. Even stuff like it's just there. It's like, it's ready to go. I mean, again, you could probably play that on the humbucker like position. So yeah, I mean, the basic sound for me is all there. I mean, you've got like cap on the 2nd fret, or tuning the guitar up to F sharp or whatever he does, you know, that whole like is like, it's there. You don't really need to do anything. I guess like if I was to put my I've just turned my EQ pedal on, so I'll give it a bit more of a like a mid boost kind of thing, a bit more of like an overdriven thing. I haven't played this in a long time, but like something like what difference does it make? You know, you get the idea. There's plenty of people who can play that way better than me, but that's got a way more like, it's not an overdriven sound, it's like a pushed clean sound. So there's a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of that. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, a Fender guitar, the sounds and the settings, a Fender guitar, a Fender sounding amp. I'm sure there's plenty of guitar amps that sound like Fenders. For my gigs, I tend to use a mix. I use a Fender hot rod, and I've actually started using a Marshall Origin recently, a head and cab, and that's really good. I use those together. So cleans I use from the Fender. And then the overdriven stuff, and kind of just add a little bit more punch. Even though the Fender is a bigger amp, I then don't have to run it quite as hot, so it stays a little bit sweeter and it stays really clean. And then the Marshall just starts to break up so much more earlier. Obviously, it's not one of those high gain Marshalls, it's the like vintage voiced one. Not in this guitar, but I've got another guitar with more of a vintage pickup in it, which you'll probably see on other videos. But yeah, like I said, really for the Johnny Marr sound, I'll play some more Johnny Marr stuff, but like, or some more Smith stuff, I guess. But chorus is a must. Delay and reverb. Once you get those, really. So yeah, for me, I really like it on the the middle position on this guitar. The little push, I have that on, so they're much different. It's actually quite a bit thinner. You might not pick it up on the camera, but it's quite a bit thinner. So I'll play a little bit more of Son This Charming Man to finish off.